Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is, of course, your host, Galadon, and this is, of course, No Cash Clash. Now, I just wanted to touch on the fact that a lot of you seem to think that I can talk pretty quickly, and some of you sometimes compare me to Eminem, and I don't know why that is, but I thought that maybe perhaps in some of these videos we will nestle a little Easter egg, a little bit of a Galarap, perhaps later on in today's episode. If you want to check that out, let me know what you think down in the comments, if I should keep it up or if I should terminate it because you can't stand it. But either way, I thought it was a little fun, something to add to the series, because No Cash Clash, well, I tell you, I kind of feel like I'm in a little bit of a rut right now, and I'll explain why. Now, we're attacking with dragons, which you probably have seen for like the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 episodes for the most part. And honestly, the lab is so flipping slow to get troop upgrades done that it's tedious, and I really don't feel like I can do much else right now. Now, this is just about the time where we switch though. And the reason I'm saying that is because look at the Dark Elixir. It is completely full. So at this point, well, okay, dragons are also the same thing because the elixir is almost completely full as well because the lab is so slow. Really, the only thing I need is gold. So, of course, if we had a resorcular, this would all be fixed, but that's been denied multiple times by Supercell and the Clash of Clans team. There will be no way to exchange or trade resources so that you can get rid of the stuff you have too much of and get more of the stuff you don't have enough of. The only real way to do it is in raiding. And what I mean is we need to go out and after targets that have more gold, not worry about the elixir or the dark, focus on the gold and just go after those gold mines and gold storages when we take a look at an individual base. So, I don't know. And then the problem is, where are the trophies? Where do we want to be for trophies? Because you'll notice that we're also kind of languishing here at gold 1. We haven't been able to move up really at all. So we will move up a little bit in trophies today. We're also going to get a lab upgrade going. And because I have completely filled my Dark Elixir storage, we decided to go for the most expensive Dark Elixir upgrade, Golems. And of course, this is going to also delay us using Go Wipe for 4 days, simply because if it's in the midst of an upgrade, it almost feels bad to use it at level 1 when I know it's going to be level 2 in just a couple of days. So we'll see. And now, of course, we need Dark Elixir again, so we might as well go back to using, you got it, dragons. Okay, so we've got 3 builders free. We're rolling through, oh man, I mean, there's just so many gold upgrades. It makes sense why so many Town Hall 8s and Town Hall 9s simply don't have a lot of gold to offer because there's so much upgrading going on. Now, at Town Hall 8, we do see a lot of Dark Elixir. Town Hall 9 as well, surprisingly, despite the fact that you have so many hero levels to farm at Town Hall 9, I'm definitely having an easier time finding, say, 3,000 Dark Elixir every single raid than 300,000 gold or more every single raid. So we're going to start to be a little bit more patient. As you can see, we're again trying to keep the builders occupied and rotating, meaning we've got 9 hours, 15 hours, 24 hours, and 36 hours on 4 of our defenses that are upgrading. That way, about every 8 hours or so, I can log on, put another builder to use, and that way also, if for some reason we want to upgrade, say, walls, we can do that because we're going to have a builder free pretty much every single time I log on, or staggering them so that we can keep the upgrades rolling. Now, last episode I talked about base envy. You envy that higher level Town Hall. You see the Town Hall 9 when you're an 8, the 10 when you're a 9. But honestly, just seeing a Town Hall 8 like this, with maxed out walls, is sweet, okay? This is what I want, okay? Obviously, we are still a ways away from that, but, it's definitely something to look forward to. And also, you'll notice that I have been upgrading some of the walls before I should, because defenses are going to be way more important than a simple level of walls at Town Hall 8 for now. But, let's just show right here. And this is exactly an illustration why, because Town Hall 8 is very much air focused. You've got dragons, a lot of players using them. Even my dragons, which are only level 2, I haven't even upgraded them yet for Town Hall 8, and you'll notice that they are devastating even what appears to be pretty much a fully maxed out Town Hall 8. I can't tell for sure, but I think that was a maxed out Town Hall 8, and yes, it is going to get completely wiped out. It really just comes down to, where the air defenses are, taking one down, and of course, approaching the air sweeper if possible. So that's a good idea on offense to consider, and on defense to consider where your opponent is going to be approaching, because they want to come behind the sweeper and take out at least one air defense at the beginning of the raid if possible. Make those tough to reach, and you've got a base that is going to be better protected against dragons. However, of course, at Town Hall 8, you've also got other tough attacks like Hog Riders, like even early Go Wipe, that could wipe out a base from the ground. So, it's that old saying that there is no base out there that is going to prevent 3 stars. And honestly, even at Town Hall 8, I feel like Clash of Clans is more focused on offense. And this is true throughout the game, but especially in the early Town Halls, don't worry that much about defending effectively. You'll get the job done in some cases, but against a solid or maxed out, well-executed attack, you're always going to get tripled. So rather than really sweating, getting those defenses upgraded as quickly as possible, and having the most perfect base, I would just get out there and raid as much as possible and push your way up, because once you hit Town Hall 9, then I think that you've got more of a chance to hold off the attackers. Now check this out. We're spending gems. That's right. Not money, just gems. And no, unfortunately, this does not help out code Galadon. Just so you guys know, if you are using code Galadon, it only works if you are spending actual money in the game. If you're buying a gold pass, packages, or buying gems. And those of you that are using code Galadon, I just wanted to say quickly, thank you guys very much. It is making a difference, and we are giving back a lot to charity, and of course to you, the viewers. Cystic Fibrosis Foundation and A. Murray Gaming's 5K. Those were the recipients this month of charity giving, and we've got more coming every single month, and of course more gold passes. In the meantime, I wanted to show you this Town Hall 10, which, well, okay. Now, obviously, facing a Town Hall 10, even a dead Town Hall 10, we have learned that it doesn't go as well as you might think. Finding a dead, say, Town Hall 13, when you're a big Town Hall 13, is going to be much easier. Even a dead 10 is still going to have some tough stuff left behind in Archer Towers, Wizard Towers, and air defenses. We were, however, able to get the old Quake Lightning combo to get an air defense down, and then we're just barching with dragons. We're just spamming the dragons around the outside, going after percentage and loot. This generally works. Of course, it's not a great strategy for grabbing Dark Elixir, but it does work out well to pick up the Golden Elixir on the outsides, because if it's an abandoned base like that that's got empty Inferno Towers or X-bows, then you almost always know that the pumps, mines, and collectors around the outside are going to be stuffed full of resources. Now again, as we watch the dragons ravage this base for a whopping 1 star, I want to hear you guys in the comments. Let me know what attacks you would like to see the most. I mean, what do you think is the most powerful? What is the most entertaining attack at Town Hall 8? Let me know in the comments, and I will listen to you guys. We will continue to guide this series based upon your feedback. All right, now, speaking of feedback, we're going to fast forward through this attack on a Town Hall 9, and here is the moment where you get a brief musical interlude. Let me know what you think. We had fun with this, but I was just goofing around, and here you go. Farming Clash of Clans is the game that I've been playing. No Cash Clash is the account. Gotta buy gems? I don't know, just what you saying. Gonna farm the walls, the troops, the spells to the top. I'll be at Town Hall 9 tomorrow, and what, you think I'll stop? 50 hero levels, they got nothing on me. I'll farm it all to max again, and then you'll see that I can run this game with gems, or I can roll free to play. Don't forget to use code Galadon every 7 days. You know, down in settings, more settings, scroll to the bottom. Yeah, right there. Thanks. All right, just goofing off. It was kind of fun to throw in there, and I will try to do something like that in future episodes, just for fun. We'll see what happens. I don't know. All right, in the meantime, thank you to Iloco de Locos there for leaving me his progress base up. I didn't realize how many players actually use progress bases, and I will admit that I have been a failure in switching out my progress base sometimes on my Galadon Town Hall 13 account. This guy obviously did the same thing. It's kind of fun to get in there and decode how to destroy a base that is separated like this. Not that difficult, and we do pick up the 3-star. It wasn't a huge amount of loot, but look at the trophies. 38 trophies. This player was in Crystal 3, so I'm thinking that this was definitely a mistake, unless he was just trying to drop. Either way, we're going to take his 38 trophies, and we probably wasted some dragons here. I did save about half a dozen of them. I think this definitely could have been done with fewer dragons. We had about a minute left, and we picked up some pretty good resources. Heading back home, and sure enough, one more time, training potion, 25 gems. I honestly don't feel like there's a better value in the game for free-to-play players than the training potion. I really don't. If you guys think there is, resource potion, I don't think so. Builder potion, 280, oh come on, 285? Also, as a free-to-play player, I'm starting to realize how extremely expensive in gems the other items are that the trader has, especially the runes. I mean, really? I'm going to have 1,500 gems to spend? I don't think so. So maybe at some point those will come down in price. I think that as the game continues to expand, they need to consider that, okay? They need to consider making it easier to progress. Now, speaking of progression, did you see it? We got another barracks going. I believe that's our third of 4 barracks that now will unlock the P.E.K.K.A. So one more, and then I feel like it's going to be time. We'll get that last barracks finished around the same time that golems will get to level 2. And we'll go out there and go wipe with level 2 golems and level 1 P.E.K.K.A.s, and we'll see what happens. Again, over time, it's going to take weeks and weeks to get all of those troop upgrades done. At this point, it feels like we'll finish everything else long before we finish the lab upgrades for Town Hall 8. But let's go ahead and check out No Cash Clash status report today. The current trophies we did gain. So last episode, 1811, we are now at 1908. So closer to Crystal, but still, we've got a ways of actually pushing to go. For biggest raids, they're going to stand the same. We haven't seen the huge numbers recently. So 4797 and 1.81 million. For next goals, honestly, I couldn't think of something to put here, so I put, hey, let's buy a second lab, which isn't a possible thing. But just, I'm complaining about how slow the lab upgrades are. Thank you guys for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode of No Cash Clash. You are the true Gala fam, and I appreciate every guard starting last one of you. I hope you enjoyed the Galarap. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind of people, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more attacks.
Was that a Galarap or was that Galarap?